11 p.m., people were still voting. Hence the reason why no match results have been compiled in the 16 constituencies. Nairobi has 17 constituencies. We have only results from Lang'ata constituency, and where we are right now, of course, is part of Lang'ata constituency. We only have results from there, and I will just read them out to you, Michael. Here from the Nyayo National Stadium. So for the position of Member of Parliament, of course, in the Jubilee primaries, Nixon Korir has garnered 8,073 votes, followed a distant second with Cheriot Chamgay with 988 votes, John Thuo with 805 votes, and Janet Wairimu coming in a distant fourth with 499 votes. In the gubernatorial race, the numbers that we have, or the results that we have for the gubernatorial race from Lang'ata constituency, Mike Mbuvi Sonko, who is a senator, has garnered 7,727 votes. Peter Kenneth has garnered 2,431 votes, and Maragret Wanjiru coming in a distant third with 263 votes. For the senatorial race, Johnson Sakaja, nominated senator with nominated member of parliament Johnson Sakaja, has 7,813 votes. Kavemba Mutinda with 915 votes coming in second. William Wahome with 721 votes. Buddy Ali with 481, and Mushiri Mudhamo with 646. And finally, the women representative seat, Rachel Shebesh, who is the incumbent, has come in with 4,732 votes. Millicent Omanga, another aspirant, coming in second with 2,686 votes. Wangoi Ng'ang'a with 339 votes, Janet Muthone with 616, Lucy Waithera with 213, Rosemary Wairimu with 133, Mary Musuki with 115 votes, and Karen Nyamu with 1,188 votes. Those are the only results in the Nairobi County that we have from the Lang'ata constituency. The other 16 constituencies are yet to transmit their results here at the county where the county election tallying will be done. So Mike Sonko is leading the race from Lang'ata constituency with 7,727 votes. Johnson Sakaja leading the race in the senatorial vote with 7,813 votes. And Rachel Shebesh leading the race once again for the women representative seat. But let's just take a look at the kind of steps that the Jubilee Party has been taking, of course, as with regard to the counting of votes. And the first step, upon the closure of the polling station, the presiding officers are to oversee the count and announce provisional results from the polling station level. This has not happened in a number of the polling stations because, as I had mentioned earlier, voting went up to late night, 11 p.m. as well as 12 midnight in a number of the areas here in Nairobi. The second step would be the aspirants' agents are expected to sign forms to accept polling station level provisional results, and then they are allowed to take photographs of the signed form. Then presiding officers will then transmit the provisional results to the constituency tallying center. So from the polling station, it goes to the constituency tallying center, and from the constituency tallying center, they gather the results that have gotten from all the polling stations and the constituency level and announce the provisional constituency results for the member of the county assembly and the member of parliament. Then they give the results, they gather all the results at the constituency level provisional results and transmit it to the county tallying center. This is the fifth step now that will come to the county tallying center after they have been gathered at the constituency tallying center. Then here at the county tallying center, they will gather and announce all provisional county level results for governor, senator, and women representative. That is what we expect to see for the better part of today, even as results continue to stream in. And the county tallying center will then transmit all the provisional results to the national tallying center, which is in Pangani, the Jubilee headquarters, and finally the National Elections Board at the Jubilee headquarters will certify and validate all provisional results received and declare official results. So these are the steps that the counting and tallying of votes will be taking all the way from the polling stations to the constituency level, to the county tallying center here at the Nyayo Stadium, then to the Jubilee Party headquarters in Pangani. But so far, as I mentioned, no much activity. It's just the day is just breaking. They might be setting up anytime from now. There are some agents who've been keeping vigil all night. But some have just started trickling into the stadium here at the county tallying center. But Mike, the only results we have so far are from Langata constituency, and we will be waiting here, pitching tent perhaps, so that we can get results from all the 16 counties. It is a very bruising battle between Mike Sonko and Peter Kenneth for the gubernatorial race. Pundits say that Johnson Sakaja will have it easy because of the other contestants are not really well known, probably giving him an upper hand. And Rachel Shebesh will also be fighting to keep her seat from 5 other women. So the battles here in Nairobi, Mike, are very interesting, and will continue keeping you up to date here from the county tallying center, even as we expect the results.
Any idea what time roughly we should be expecting at least to have a better part of the vote tallying done? Is there any indication of when this should be done? Because we also know that, any indication of what time we expect this to be done?
Well, Michael, that will be very hard to tell because, as I mentioned earlier, vote counting is ongoing in a number of the constituencies because most people were casting their ballots even late into the night. You remember yesterday there were so many issues to do with some names missing in the party list. Some people were denied to vote, some aspirants, including the Senator Mike Sonko. But it would be good to also mention that Peter Kenneth, I understand, has sent a statement saying that he will dispute these results because of a number of things he's very uncomfortable about. The results are flowing, but he says that there were incidences of multiple voting, of transportation of voters. Some people were transported from Kajiado and other areas to come vote in Nairobi, and he says that this will disadvantage him. Remember, Maragret Wanjiru, who is vying to be governor, has spent the night in the cells after attempting to disrupt the whole process at the City Park Primary School. So with all these things going on, the stakes are very high, even at the constituency levels. The battles there are really huge. Langata constituency, surprisingly, has given out the results so early. Remember, there were 11 aspirants in for the position of a member of parliament. But of course, when it comes to the numbers, areas like Embakasi have a mammoth crowd there, and the number of registered voters, like for instance, what I'd mentioned earlier about Umoja 1, that ward has 56,000 registered voters. So you can imagine the numbers that were there. It would be really hard to tell what time we will be expecting things to start getting up and running here at the tallying center, because for them, they are at the masses of the constituency level and how fast or how slow they will conduct themselves before they transmit results here. But we can give it at around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. maybe. We will be getting results from a number of the areas that will be finishing up, but we'll also be keeping in touch with a number of presiding officers at the constituency levels just to see how fast this process will get before we get results here at the county tallying center. But it's going to be a long day, Michael, from what we see.
Thank you very much, Akisa Wandera, our reporter, who is,